Hello and welcome to the Czech Weekly. Here we talk about what happened in or around chess. Every week we select the news that we think is important for you to know, subjectively, with a sense of humour, and keeping in mind that you are busy and don't have all day. Let's go! Today we'll be talking about Kasparov returns, but Carlsen and Nakamura win. Carlsen wins a game with So. Karpov versus Kasparov. A band takes sides. New ideas for chess. Taking on cheating. Announcement of candidates tournament resumption obscured fight. Something happened 2 weeks ago that has not happened in 16 years. Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, played an official game against Garry Kasparov, the former world champion. The occasion was the Champions Showdown Chess 9LX, which featured Fischer random chess games. While Kasparov has played a number of exhibition matches since his retirement from professional chess in 2005, this was the first time he had faced Carlsen in a rated tournament. Hosted by the St. Louis Chess Club, the field was formidable. It included Fabiano Caruana, Carlsen's challenger in the last World Championship, Wesley So, who crushed Carlsen in the final of the 2019 Chess 960 Championship, and Alireza Firouzja, the world's newest rising star, who recently beat Carlsen in the final of the Banter Blitz Cup. If Kasparov at 57 didn't feel old before the tournament began, he probably did facing Firouzja. The Iranian national was less than 2 years old when Kasparov called it quits as a professional. True, the game between Carlsen and Kasparov had its twists and turns, but it ultimately ended in a draw after Carlsen got the upper hand and let Kasparov slip away in an endgame. While Kasparov beat Firouzja with some nice endgame technique, he did not fare so well otherwise, even losing his game to Caruana because of a mouse slip that cost him a piece. In the end, there were no real surprises. Kasparov ended up 8th in the 10-player event, while Carlsen and the new esports star Hikaru Nakamura tied for first. Kasparov's performance was not up to his old standards, but he was understandably rusty. He is also fighting a ruthless opponent, Father Time, something he himself acknowledged, but we'd love to see him back in competition more regularly. It would be exciting for the chess world, and who knows, maybe he could recapture some of that old magic and make a run for the title. Pentala Harikrishna will be hosting an online masterclass where he will be going into detail on how to win equal endgames. Now this is a fantastic opportunity and I'm sure of great interest to all of you. The event will be hosted on the 30th of September. If you would like to tune in, please follow the link below this video. Fresh off his triumph in the Champions Showdown Chess 9LX, Carlsen tied for first in another tournament hosted by the St. Louis Chess Club. This time, it was a slightly more traditional format, rapid and blitz chess. In the rapid portion, Carlsen finished second just behind Wesley So. In the blitz part, Carlsen tied for first with Hikaru Nakamura, who, as we know, is a blitz specialist. Carlsen's consistency was almost good enough to win the tournament outright, but So trailed just behind Carlsen and Nakamura in blitz. With that performance, he caught Carlsen up to share the first prize in the $250,000 tournament. In just under 14 days, Carlsen pocketed over $76,000. Not bad for a fortnight's worth of work. A Romanian band has a name that sounds like a campaign slogan for the presidency of the World Chess Federation. The two-member band is called Karpov, not Kasparov, referring to the two former world champions. The band claimed their music to be a mix of Oriental and Occidental influences, though frankly, it sounds a little techno to us. They have released 3 albums, all of which are called Soundtrack for a Game of Chess. Okay, so they lack a bit in originality, but they do certainly know chess and chess history. In 2017, they released a video called Mechanical Turk after the fake 18th century chess playing contraption. And their song titles include Bad Bishop and Deep Fritz. The band members told the Mumbai Mirror of India in a recent article that they chose their name to create controversy. Of course, we prefer Kasparov as a player and as an exponent of the free world, they said. The band says it has performed more than 400 concerts all over Europe, sometimes while chess is being played by audience members on stage with the games projected on a big screen. Sounds like our kind of concert. Vladimir Kramnik, the former world champion, and Google both have ideas about how to change chess to make it less predictable. In a paper published by Cornell University, the developers of AlphaZero, Google's chess playing program, and Kramnik described the results of experiments in rule changes. In each case, AlphaZero played tens of thousands of games to see what happened. 9 changes were tried. They included banning castling, having stalemate count as a win instead of a draw, allowing pawns to move 2 squares at any time during the game, allowing pawns to move sideways, and even allowing players to capture their own pieces to accelerate their attacks. In the paper, Kramnik said he really liked the last one. To me, this is simply an improved version of regular chess, he wrote. Allowing pawns to move 2 squares at any time produced the highest winning percentage for white by a small margin. Each variant also had an impact on the valuation of the pieces. Whereas a queen is worth about 9.5 pawns in classical chess, when the pawns could move 2 squares at any time, the queen's value fell to a little more than 7 pawns. It would be interesting to see how humans handle these variants. It might be good for the game and maybe make it more exciting. Indeed, that seems likely based on one exhibition tournament in India last January that used the no casting rule. The result was that 89% of the games ended decisively. With so many more competitions taking place online, the World Chess Federation has decided this is a good time to tackle an old problem: cheating. In a letter to the chess community in late August, Dvorkovich, the federation's president, wrote about some of the measures that have been taken to detect cheating and asked for opinions about what should be done. Among the questions raised were whether using computer algorithms should be enough to determine someone has cheated. Should people caught cheating online, where cheating is presumably more prevalent, be sanctioned for over-the-board play? Should violators be retroactively punished, including stripping them of titles and rating points? How long should cheaters be banned? While the number of people cheating is certainly quite small, the danger is out of proportion to the numbers. Cheating, like a virus, can infect the integrity of the game, calling into question the results for all players. That is why we believe that the punishment for people who may be caught cheating should be so high as to deter people from even thinking about doing it. As there is much on the line here, we urge you to get involved in this debate. Please tell us what you think about this in the comments section. When the World Chess Federation announced recently that the candidates' tournaments will resume on November the 1st in Yekaterinburg, Russia, where it started of course, it seemed, well, normal. Or almost so. As the announcement noted, if there was a problem, it would resume in Tbilisi, Georgia, or perhaps in other places. The press secretary of President Putin of Russia then put out a statement saying that he hoped it would be in Yekaterinburg. Confused? It turns out that was not accidental. The initial announcement that the candidates would resume on November the 1st was not approved by and not issued by the World Chess Federation, according to our sources. It was made by the organizers without consulting the federation. The federation's announcement was to basically say, yes, we hope it will resume in Yekaterinburg on November the 1st, but we'll put contingency plans in place in case it cannot. What's going on here? The short and not surprising answer is it's all about money and public relations. The country which hosts the remainder of the tournament will obviously have the benefit of some good publicity. After all, being able to hold a world-class competition during a pandemic is quite a coup. Well, that was the plan for Yekaterinburg, and holding the event is the reason that the city and its co-organisers put up the money, including the €500,000 prize fund. If the candidates moves to another location, the new host city might not have to pay the prize fund. Yekaterinburg might still be on the hook for it. And that means the new city would get the good publicity for little investment. Basically, the cost of the hotel rooms and paying for the venue itself. Of course, as we pointed out recently, it seems hard to believe that anyone could hold the rest of the candidates in the near future in the midst of the pandemic. But now, it seems there is more at stake than just who gets to play Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, for the title sometime next year.